How you getting on, boys? Badly nervous, I can see that. Jesus Christ, boys, you want to take it easy, relax. I'm only 7-8 weeks back in the old gym. However long it takes me to get ready, you shouldn't be worrying, Johnny. You're a professional athlete. Your brother Pa, the little sausage beside you, that can cycle a BMX like no other man on the land can. That little fool just said you were an athlete. You said before on the old tapes, you get paid to train, Johnny. So I'm not allowed to go back in and have an old 15, 16 weeks training camp. Am I not? No? So the 23rd of June is too much for you then, Johnny. You can't handle me then if I train till the 23rd of June. Is that what you're saying? You could never fight none of my nephews. Not one of my brother's sons, not one of my sister's sons would you be man enough for. Me or you wouldn't be able to fight any of them. My nieces and all my nephews are all legends and comes from legends. You're nothing but a fool, you little jackass boy. And your brother Pa, in the name of God, he got chased around the site in Lakeside, in Pilgrim's Lane. He run into me Aunt Mary's son Francie Coyle Bigfoot. He run into that man's mobile home, married to Biddy's daughter Twiggy, me Aunt Biddy's daughter Twiggy. They run into that mobile home. She run over and saved him. Pa lunged down the ground. He said, please, help me. Or Simon hit him a backhand. And he left his motor on the site that day. Your daddy, Al Pa Coyle, and you, Tony, you were there that day, Tony. I saw you that day. I spoke to you that day. Me and my brother Willie went over and dropped you back your little car, a little, whatever it was, a little banger. We dropped you back your car to the car park in Sainsbury's across the road from the site. We met up with you, me and my brother Willie did, and we sent you on your way. And you were very sorry about everything that happened. And Pa got a slap that day off my brother. Twiggy's Francie saw that. Twiggy's brother Bernie, Francie's brother Bernie saw that. Young Tony saw that. The whole site saw that. Young Pa got chased around and got slapped that day. And now he wants to fight the ponytail like ye all matched him up with originally. It's on, boys. Everything is on. Don't worry about nothing. There's none of my nephews fighting ye before me. Not one of my nephews is fighting ye before me. None of my sister's sons, none of my brother's sons is fighting before me. You're my fight, Johnny. I bet you before, and I'm going to snap you on the next fight, son. So don't panic. Just calm down now, boys. I know this is your claim to fame, because this is burying Kiwi's Patrick. So I know I'm your claim to fame. So relax. Take it easy. Go back to the gym and have a nice chill pill. And enjoy your training, Johnny, because it's a lovely sport. Remember one thing, what I'm telling you. I know that you're panicking because you need to get on the little door and get out and look for a little few pound because you're dossers. You've got nothing. I can afford to live in the gyms 7 days a week. You can't, Johnny. You're panicking. You've told the whole world you don't want to fight in June. You don't want to fight any time in June. So sort your act out, my son. And you're on about Chumley. You know little Chumley that you got there beside you? You know little fat fella with the little hat and the big eyebrow for a face? You know that ugly little fella? The little man that don't know what he is? He's built like a little Teletubby. You know that little jackass? Tell him don't ever put my lord of a brother's name into his mouth again. You see, my brother Barney's a businessman. He's a mixer. That man is a person that goes out and mixes with the whole country. He's never been in a row in his life. He's 2 sons. Yes, they are good-looking men, and yes, they are fine good-looking men, and they can fight for the fun of it. But boys, they don't go down that road. And if they've got to fight, they'll fight who they have to. Don't bring their names up into this. You've got no proof about doing nothing. You never done nothing with nobody. You're on about knocking out all my nephews, from sisters' sons to brothers' sons. It never happened, boys. The only one got a beating was you, Johnny. Your daddy got cut. Your home got shot. We made your daddy turn grass. We fucked you over, boys. You're a fucked over family. Get on that. Tony, you give your statement to a policeman saying you put your wife over the top of you. You laid down at the side of the bed. You know the island bed you get in old hobby trailers? You laid down on the side of that little island of the bed and you pulled your wife over the top of you who was pregnant. I've got that on a statement. You done that night, Tony. Tony, your father called for your name that night. He said, Tony, my Tony. He called for his big son that night because you are a big, useless, good-for-nothing fat shit. But he still called for you. You didn't answer your daddy's call, did you, Tony? That's why you're upset, innit you, Tony? You never answered your daddy's call. Your father can never look at you as a man because your daddy got cut that night. He got slapped that night. Your home got shot that night. And then we made your daddy go grass, boys. And you could never be a man after that, Tony. In my children's life, you couldn't. I know what you done here, boys. You went over to the estate. You found your brother Pa. You give a lend of your brother Johnny's jacket. And you've got him there now on there for the little tape to make you all look better. Now, I know Pa gets back onto his BMX bike with his little stump bars. And I know he cycles back off now in a minute. I know all your moves. I know the whole crack with you. Johnny, son, you couldn't knock nobody out. You are the weakest man on the country. I swear to God, you're useless. And you come out with your old dirty talk, boys. You're all the time saying... You're all the time talking about queers. You're all the time talking about old dirty names. You're a funny load of chaps, to tell you the truth. Leave that carry on out of your mouth, man. Stop with that name calling. Relax for yourselves. And if you want to talk about Doherty's hating coyles, get back on the next videotape you're going to make, because I know you will. This is your claim for fame. So get back on your next tape and tell me what coyle man bet any Doherty for the last 40 years. Go back now and think hard, boys. Give me names, because if you want to bring breeds into this and bring other families into this and bring other rows into this, like you're trying to do, just give me a name. What coyle man bet a Doherty man? And what, when, and where, or who? Tell me how. When did this happen? I need to know these things, because you've got something going on in your head that I'm oblivious to it. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what's going on with you, man. Johnny, I'm asking you something. For God's sake, will you just calm down? Go back into your gym and train powerfully hard for me, son, because I can read your face. You're a bet man again, ain't you, Johnny? You didn't think this was going to happen, did you, son? You didn't think I was going to get you back out, did you? You thought this little bit argument to blow over on the foam and nothing more would come of it. You had your little handshake with Berry's Patrick. Hey, you done well, didn't you? You know what's happening again, Johnny. I'm sleeping you out this time. You're asleep. I'm putting you out, Johnny. You're gone. I'm going to wake you up. I'm going to say, you're on camera, Johnny. I just knocked you out. I told you this was going to happen before. I told you this, and that's why you don't want me to train. Boys, I'm training for March, April, May, June. It's 16, 17 weeks. 15, 16 weeks. I'm not allowed that. I'm 34 years of age. And I'm